Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Phantom Sableye here. I'm coming to you with the fourth match of OU, and I'm really hoping we can get some good matches, so let's start. I will let you guys know that my internet connection is being absolutely horrible with me right now, as we are lagging, as you can tell. Not to mention, I have recorded this fourth video multiple times over again, simply because I keep trying to record and I just happen to get interrupted, or the recording gets messed up for some odd reason. But I'm trying my best here. Hopefully we don't get interrupted this time, but if we do, I'm just gonna say, you know what, I wasted too much time already trying to record a video and I'm getting quite tired and a bit annoyed. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I do live in a house of 9 people, so sometimes being able to sit down and record in a quiet area is a very, very difficult thing to do. So yeah, with that, my opponent has a very threatening team. This Espeon is not that threatening, but I clicked it anyway. This Bisharp though, this Bisharp is a problem. I'm not too worried about it. The Rotom Wash is a bit of a problem. If that's Charizard Y, that's a problem. Azumarill, I'm not too worried about. And Garchomp, I'm not too worried about. But with that, I do see my opponent opening up with the Garchomp. And because of that, I believe... You know, actually, my opponent could get swept by Banana Split here. I want to open up with Banana Split, and you know what? I think I am. So let's open up with Banana Split and hope for the very best. If he opens up with Garchomp, I'm obviously going to set up with +2, so that'll be great. He does open up with Garchomp. I do have a feeling that my opponent will want to probably just plain out attack Banana Split, simply because it's such a threat to his team. I do believe he's running Charizard Y. I have no reason not to believe it. I don't think he's X, simply because he has too many physical attackers on his team anyways, that being Garchomp and Azumarill and Bisharp. So yeah, I definitely see it being Charizard Y, which is a problem, but hopefully we'll be fine. My opponent's taking quite a long time to think about what he wants to do. If I was my opponent, honestly, I'd probably stay in. If he's a defensive Garchomp, I'd probably go for the Dragon Tail, hope that I don't miss. Or he could switch out into his Charizard, as that's really the only thing that can stop Banana Split. Sucker Punch will hurt Banana Split, but it won't do that much. So, if he doesn't get any damage off of Banana Split, then the Bisharp won't be able to revenge me. My opponent is taking quite a long time to pick his move, but then again, I did take quite a long time to lead. Yeah, he's really thinking about what he wants to do to Superior. He's possibly debating whether or not he wants to set up the Stealth Rocks. Honestly, like I said, I'd probably get damage off on my Superior first, because if he lets me set up the +4, I can sweep this man with my Superior here. He is really letting the clock run. He's got 30 seconds to make his move. 20 seconds. Opponent's running out of time. He's probably going to wait to the very last second. He's got 10 seconds. You going to make your move, or are you going to forfeit this match? Seems like he's going to forfeit this match. Alright. With that, I'm going to go look for another match while we wait to get that win. As we do win. Okay, sweet. So we get a free match. That's awesome. It's always fun. And we even rank up a little bit, which is really nice. Yeah. Honestly, like I said, my opponent could have gone for Dragon Tail after I went for Leaf Storm. But yeah. Okay, we found another battle. My opponent is Arior. He has a very interesting team. Very, very scary looking team. Very scary. His team looks to be more hyper offensive, which is a problem. The biggest problem I see to my team is this Weavile, as a Weavile can be a huge threat. So because of that, I'm going to open up with my Skarmory. If he's rocking Fire Punch on his Mega Lopunny, that's a problem for my Skarmory. I do believe it's a Mega Lopunny simply because well, I don't know. I just believe it to be a Mega Lopunny. I don't see it being a Mega Gardevoir or Mega Scizor. Although, he could be running, what did they get? I think they get Switcheroo, Klutz Switcheroo to switch off Iron Ball or some other crazy move. As he does open up with his Lopunny, I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks right here. He goes for the Fake Out, so he's going to take Rocky Helmet damage. I'm fine with that. And my opponent has no Defogger unless he's running Defog on a Scizor. His switching for me would be his Scizor, actually. He's actually going to use Attract. Wow, okay. Oh, man. Okay. That's not fun anymore. Because of this, I'm going to go straight for the Iron Head. Actually, yeah, okay. So he's going to switch right out into his Manaphy. And I'm going to switch straight out into my Blissey. Because Manaphy can't really touch Blissey. So, yeah. Blissey, unfortunately, is probably not going to be doing too much this game. As my opponent does have a Mega Lopunny that's very scary for my... Okay, my opponent forfeits. Yeah. My opponent probably saw all of the defensive cores that I'm running on my team. He's just like, I'm not having any of this. So, I'm going to find another match. Yeah. I guess my opponent see the Mega Sableye and they're just like, yeah, I'm too afraid of that thing, and they quit. So, both those games, we're just going to say that Mega Sableye swept, even though he didn't. But, yeah. Okay. My opponent's running a really cool team. I like that. I like his team. It's really different. Pretty interesting. I really, really like it. I like these two blue Pokemon right next to each other. That looks really cool, honestly. So, yeah, let's see. My opponent could lead off with the... actually... probably the Nidoking. Maybe it's probably going to be one of these two. So, I'm not too sure what I want to do here. I think I'm going to lead off. No. I really don't know what to do here. I'm going to lead off with Zucchini. That way I can U-turn off whatever he sends out. As he ends up leading off with his Venomoth. He only has one really good switch in for V-Create, that being his Rotomosh. Charizard could switch into it, but it would not appreciate a V-Create. I do expect his Venomoth to be Focus Sash, actually. Actually, I'm not too sure. What do I expect of a Venomoth? All I know is that it gets Quiver Dance, and that's it. That's all I know about Venomoth. I don't even know if it gets Baton Pass. Maybe it does. I really don't know too much about Venomoth. Anyway, I'm going to switch out in Blissey right here. My opponent doesn't have much for a Blissey besides his Hawlucha, which he's probably going to go out to right now, unless he's running a Mega Charizard X. In which case, I can definitely see my opponent switching out into that. But he's most definitely going to be switching out into his Hawlucha, as he switches out into Venomoth. I don't know what to expect of this Venomoth. I don't want to really switch out into my Zucchini right away, because if he goes for a Bug Buzz, that's really going to hurt. I'm going to check something real quick. Venomoth even has a blank set. Okay, if you're running 252, Seismic Toss should 4-hit KO. I'm going to go for the Seismic Toss. I'm predicting my opponent to go for the Quiver Dance, as he does. I'm actually really scared of this. Because if Venomoth gets Baton Pass, I'm going to do something real quick, guys. I have to see if Venomoth gets Baton Pass. Venomoth, do you get Baton Pass? You do get Baton Pass. Okay. That's a problem. Oh my word. Okay, yeah, this is bad. I'm gonna switch straight out to my Zucchini right now, because actually that was probably a very terrible play on my part. Yeah, this is bad. This is probably gonna kill me. I'm gonna go for the V-Create, just in case I do somehow survive. So he actually goes for Sleep Powder. That's really annoying. I'm gonna stay in and go for another V-Create, as he's gonna go for the Baton Pass. He's probably gonna Baton Pass into his Charizard or his Nidoking or his Rotomosh, but I definitely see one of these two. The Nidoking, yeah, the Nidoking. We do wake up, and we get the V-Create off, and we get a crit, and there goes his Nidoking. Oh my goodness, that was scary. Oh man, I was half scared to death right there. I'm not too sure if a crit mattered, but oh man, that was scary. Okay, I'm gonna switch out into Hard Boiled right here. Wow, I was really worried about that. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna switch out to my Blissey, as like I said, he is X. Okay, that's a problem, sort of. We're gonna Toxic. Although, oh, Outrage, and he gets a crit. Okay. So he gets a crit with Outrage. I'm fine with this because now I can finally set up my rocks, as he will be stuck in the Outrage. We do lose Blissey, but I'm not too worried about it. He's going to get hurt by the Rocky Helmet, and he gets another crit. That's insane. This guy is critting me. He's still locked in the Outrage. Right here it'll end though, thankfully. I'm going to go for the Roost as he ends up being confused. And right here, I'm going to... What do I want to do here? I'm actually going to go for the Iron Head. So my opponent switches out in a Rotom Wash. He's probably going to go for the Volt Switch right here. I'm going to switch out my Static Shock. Static Shock will probably provoke his Mega Charizard X back out again. Because he actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp on my Skarmory. Right here I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. I'm going to switch out into Superior. As my opponent goes for the Pain Split. Okay. Right here I'm going to go for the Leaf Storm. That way I can get to +2. My opponent can pretty much switch out into any one of his Pokemon, but what he doesn't know is that I'm running HP Ground. So if he decides to switch out into his Charizard X, he's probably going to lose his Charizard to an HP Ground. As he decides to switch out into his Venomoth. We do outspeed, so I'm going to go for Dragon Pulse. Actually, Dragon Pulse will be able to take out his Charizard X now. We do outspeed, and we do take it out. Right here, he can switch out into a Celebi. I definitely see that being his best play. Or at least I would think so. As he does go out into Celebi. I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. Because that's going to do only 38%, as he's unfortunately going to be able to paralyze us. I'm going to go for another Leaf Storm. Actually, no, I'm going to go for a Dragon Pulse, as if he wants to switch out into his Charizard X, he is going to lose it. He goes for a Giga Drain. That does a little bit of damage. So, let's see. Another Dragon Pulse should be able to take him out. So I'm going to go for another Dragon Pulse. My opponent might switch out. No, actually, he's going to have... of course he's going to have Recover. I'm going to go for another Leaf Storm. Actually, do I want to do that? I'm actually going to... I want to paralyze him, but it's going to be useless if he stays. I'm going to paralyze him. I'm going to go for the Glare. Oh, darn it. Yeah. Okay. I'm able to set up another Leaf Storm. Another Dragon Pulse should be able to take him out from this range. As he decides... Oh my goodness, we get paralyzed. Okay. He's going to decide to get up his Stealth Rocks, which is going to be a problem for my Victini, but we should be fine, hopefully. Dragon Pulse does not take out my opponent's Celebi. And we're gonna go for another Leaf Storm because I do expect him to use Recover, as he actually uses Giga Drain. Okay, please don't get paralyzed, thank you. Okay, so Celebi goes down. Right here, he has a free switch into his Charizard or his Hawlucha. Pretty much anything can take me out right now. Although I am really hoping my opponent... Oh, actually, you know what? What would be really bad is if he goes out into his Hawlucha like he did. And what he does is he goes for a substitute, hoping that I get paralyzed. That would be very bad for us. Okay, so he just goes straight away for an Acrobatics. I'm happy about that. Let me think here. I'm gonna go out into Zapdos because it completely walls my opponent's Hawlucha. And I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch. I see my opponent just going for a substitute if he runs it. That way he can dodge the Volt Switch, although he still takes 25%, but he shouldn't mind it. Or he could switch out into his Charizard X. Or even Rotom Wash, possibly. Yeah, my opponent's really thinking about what he wants to do right here. If he decides to switch out into Rotom Wash, I can proceed to sweep him with my Mega Sableye. If he goes out into Charizard, I'm probably going to still go out into Sableye. Or should I? No, I'll probably go out into Victini, as he does bring out Charizard X. And I am going to go Victini. Now, I've got to do some calcs here. Mega Charizard X. We're going to go with the Bulky Will-O-Wisp, which runs no defense, so I don't want to use that just yet. I'm going to go with Bulky Dragon Dance. Does that run defense? No, it just runs HP. Alright, whatever. Oh wow, Bolt Strike only does 19%. He was running Outrage though. Brick Break. How much do you do, Brick Break? Brick Break does 22%. Okay. I'm gonna go for the Brick. Actually, oh man. Oops, excuse me, sorry about that. Mega Charizard X, OU Dragon Dance, Bolt Strike, still only going to do 21%. Oh man, this is bad. I know V-Crete, he 4 times resists, but it is Stab. 22%, okay, so Brick Break is my best move. Oh boy. If I don't KO the Charizard here, could be a pretty big problem. He can't switch it out because if he switches it out and he comes back in, he's gonna die to rocks because it'll do 25% to him and he's only at 22%. So I'm really hoping that a Brick Break will be able to take out this Charizard. As it does. Okay, thank goodness. Phew. Okay, that was scary. Right here. Seeing as I went for the Brick Break, I do see my opponent bringing back out the Hawlucha. I'm probably going to switch out into my Skarmory if he does switch out into his Hawlucha. My opponent could still possibly win, but it's going to be really difficult for him. I feel like we're lagging here because the timer's not going down. Well, while we're waiting here, let's check something. Hawlucha. Acrobatics only does about 50%. Okay. If he goes out in Hawlucha, I'm probably going to switch straight out into Sableye, as I have no reason not to. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we're lagging. Because of that, I'm gonna refresh. Hopefully that'll work out quick enough. Hopefully we don't end up losing because of this, because I definitely have this match in the bag. Let's see. Oh, come on, Showdown. Don't make me lose this because I'm lagging. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna have to walk outside real quick, so if there's noises and people talking, I am sorry, but I have to get better internet connection. Wow. Okay. Well, there's your answer. That is very, very unfortunate and stupid. Oh my goodness. My opponent should not have won that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm really, really frustrated about that. I am not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. So yeah, we did lose that game due to the fact that we were lagging. Unfortunately, this video has gone on long enough. I can't go on any longer than this. So, because of that, I'm going to have to stop right here. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And with that, hope you guys take care.